Hello, everyone. One of the biggest problems that we have in Nigeria right now, honestly, is the judiciary. The judiciary that has allowed itself to be captured, the judiciary that has become the last, that is no longer the last resort of the common man, because the judiciary is supposed to be the last resort of the common man to extent that no matter what is being done, no matter the injustice, atrocities, whatever, when you come to the courts, when you come, you know that there is going to be justice. But unfortunately, that is no longer the thing in Nigeria. In Nigeria, the judiciary has become the plaything of corrupt politicians. They use it anyhow, they misuse it, they determine the cause under which it should be done. And what is very shameful also is how the politicians don't even hide the fact that the judiciary is their plaything. You understand? They control. Judges are being controlled, justices are being controlled. For example, you see what Yesom Wiki has been doing with the judiciary. They are almost like his lackeys, like they are like enslaved to him, and he treats them with so much disdain, and then he dangles some treats in front of them, and you see them running after him and taking these things in. One of the ways recently they are building houses for Supreme Court judges, for appeal court judges, for high court judges, and all of that. And this this is a particular land that Wiki had gotten in a very authoritative manner. You understand? Not the way that he didn't, without following due process. And at the groundbreaking of that particular land where they were going to build houses for judges, he told them exactly how he didn't follow due process to do it. And they were there, they did nothing for all of these crumbs that they continue, to give them. And you've seen him how he literally has like been controlling them. We've also seen situations where politicians just go around buying judgment, pay almost like literally flaunting it in the eyes, of the people. We saw the saga that has happened with the River State, where a state of emergency was declared by Mr. Tinubu unconstitutionally. So there's this particular tweet that Mr. Ted Peterside, has done. And he says, I'm not the author of this instructive message for the Nigerian Supreme Court. However, I doff my hat to the unknown author because he or she has told the Nigerian judiciary to wake up to their responsibility. That is the preservation of our democracy, which they are helping to destroy. Before I go on to read the particular tweet that Mr. Ted Peterside is referring to, I must say that indeed the Nigerian judiciary has really been destroying our democracy. I've said this a number of times before, and I'm going to repeat it. There are a lot of people that ended up getting into power that should never have gotten into power if not for the Nigerian judiciary. And it's not now, right from during Obasanjo's time. We've seen recently, reports coming out of how many is it million of dollars that were used to bribe judges, appeal court judges in the case of Boni Haruna. And that's when they even brought in Afe Babalola into the whole matter. We've seen a lot of people, a lot of these politicians who have lost election one way or the other, they were able to bribe their way and get themselves installed in power. If we go back to even Nyesom Wike in 2015, Nyesom Wike clearly lost that election. There were a lot of rigging, overvoting, and whatever. And then what the Supreme Court would come to say was that card reader was not admissible in the court as evidence. So all the overvoting that had been done, that it didn't, and that was what drew us back again and people could go on to do all the things they are doing before the recent amendment. And of course, we've seen what they have done with the 2023 presidential election in terms of their ruling on Abuja, in terms of their ruling of the issue of forgery attached to Mr. Tinubu. You also saw their ruling in terms of the payment, the forfeiture of $460,000 related to illicit drug trade attached to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the judiciary has really destroyed our democracy. So this particular tweet that this person did, and he said, "Dear Nigerian Supreme Court, so elected governors can't appoint local government caretaker. So elected governors cannot appoint local government caretaker committees, but a military administrator can appoint local government sole administrator. That means your judgment on local government autonomy has been set aside." So you see, because the military, the illegitimate military administrator, the unconstitutional military administration that was put in Rivers State, he's appointing, local government sole administrator. So if the Supreme Court had ruled that local government has its autonomy, nobody has a right to be able to impose leadership on it, why is this particular military administrator, who is unconstitutional, why is he doing it, and why is he allowed to do it? And I think at this moment also is to say there needs to be people in Rivers State that should take this matter before the court. If Fubara, that is one of those persons that should have immediately, gone to court, he's busy going around begging Tinubu. From what we saw, where they said they had a meeting in London, it's just, you know what I say. I'm sure you are. If you're familiar, if you're used to watching my videos, you know it by now. We have to participate in politics. Participating in politics is no longer a matter of luxury. It's a matter of necessity, and something that we ought to really, 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 and absolutely do. And even this, and one of the things, I just read this thing. If you see someone who probably, I don't even know, was insulting Atedo Peter's side because he's a supporter of Mr. Tinubu,